We're reading from the Peshitta, or the Aramaic, which would have been the spoken language of Jesus during his lifetime. I'm actually reading the transliteration from the actual Aramaic. You can see the Aramaic here, and the English is here. We're looking at Hebrews chapter 5, verse 1. For every Rab Kumre, priest chief, who is from humanity, stands in the place of humanity, concerning what is of Allah, God, bringing near the Qurbane, the offerings, and the Dibhe, the sacrifices, in place of sins. Who is able to humble his soul and suffer with those who don't understand and go wandering, because he also is clothed with weakness. Because he is indebted, as in place of the Amma, the people, thus also in place of his own soul, to offer concerning his sins. No man of his own soul receives this honor, but rather he who is called from Allah, God, as was Aaron. Thus even Meshicha, the Anointed One, didn't glorify his own soul to be the Rab Kumre, the priest chief, but rather he who spoke unto him, Son, I beget you today. As also in another place it is spoken, You are a Kumra, a priest forever, in the pattern of Melchizedek. Also while clothed in the flesh, being in prayer and supplication, crying with mighty tears, was drawing near unto him who is able to make him alive from death, and he was heard. And while he is the good Son, it was from fear and suffering that he was sustained, learning obedience. Thus matured, he became unto all who obey him the cause of eternal life. Named from Allah, God, the Rab Kumre, the priest chief in the pattern of Melchizedek. Yet concerning this very Melchizedek, there are many matters to speak of, and difficult to explain, because of your weakness in hearing. For you owe it to be teachers, because of the period of time for which you have been in the teaching. But now you again need to learn what is written in the former beginning matters of Allah, God, for you are in need concerning milk, and not concerning steadfast food. Yet everyone whose food is milk isn't convicted in the matters of righteousness, because he is an infant. But unto the mature is steadfast food, who, because of training, exercise their senses to distinguish good and evil. Wow, it's remarkable. Let's take a look at Hebrews 5 in the Greek, the biblical Greek. And I'm reading from the Interlinear Bible on BibleHub.com. First of all, let's read the English back translation, and then we'll read the Greek. Every for high priest from among men, being taken on behalf of men, is appointed, in things related, God, that he should offer gifts both and sacrifices for sins. Tasgar archiarius ex anthropon labanomenas huper anthropon kathestatai taproston dion hinna prafere, dora te kai thusias, huper amartion, is forbearance, being able with those being ignorant and going astray, since also he himself is encompassed by weakness. Matriopathen, dunamenas, tois agnusen kai planomenois, epikai autos, periketai asthenian. Verse 3. Boop, boop, boop. And because of this he is obligated, just as for the people, so also for himself, to offer sacrifices for sins. Kaidi autin, aphele, kathos peritau lao, autos kai peri autu, praferin peri amartion. And not upon himself anyone takes the honor, but rather being called by God, just as also Aaron. And not upon himself anyone takes the honor, but rather being called by God, just as also Aaron. Kai ouch heato tis lambene ten timmin alla kalemenos hupotau tiu kathes per kai eron. So also Christ not himself did glorify, to become a high priest, but the one having said to him, Son of me are you, I today have begotten you. Autas kai ho Christas, ux iutan, adexasen, genethenai, arxeria, al ho lalesas pros auton, huias mau esu, ego semeron, giganeka se. Just as also in another place he says, you are priest to the age according to the order of Melchizedek. Kathos kai en hetero lege su erius eston eonna kataten tagzen Melchizedek. He in the days of the flesh of him prayers both and supplications to the one being able to save him from death. We cry with crying loud and tears, having offered up and having been heard because of reverence. Hos en tis emeres tis sarkas autu, dieses ti kai eketerias, proston dunamenan, sozen auton ek thanatu, meta krioges, es juras, kai dakrion, prasenegtkas, kai esakustes, apotes eulabeas. Though being a son, he learned from the things he suffered, obedience, and having been perfected, he became to all those obeying him the author of salvation eternal. Kaiper on huias, emathen aps on apethen, ten hupakeon hupa koen, kai teleothes, egeneto passentois hupo kousen, auto, etias soterias, eonio. Wow, it's a powerful verse. I'm going to stop there. So much good stuff here to think about. Jesus is our high priest.